Hey everyone, this is J7J bringing you a short FFT video on is it really worth getting a Dark Knight in Final Fantasy Tactics? Okay, I know what you're thinking. J7J clearly has a thing for knights, and I've put them at the top of my tier lists in the past. They have some of the strongest abilities in the game, equipment options, and do insane amounts of damage with a ranged self-heal that is 100% accurate and sanguine sword. Just don't use it on zombies. But have you seen what it takes to unlock one? Mastered Knight and Black Mage, and level 8 Samurai, Geomancer, Ninja, and Dragoon. On top of getting 20 killing blows with the unit, where you have to have those enemies turn into treasure chests and or crystals. I'll be presenting some arguments on how they aren't worth it and how they are worth it, since I'd rather leave things on a much more positive note. First off, it depends on what your plan is with the game. Like if your objective is to finish the main story, you can beat the main game without ever getting a Dark Knight, as there are a lot of other strong abilities, characters, and jobs that could probably do it even better. Like a Black Mage or a Wizard with Arithmetics and Chameleon Robes, or using someone like Orlando and Melidel. Even Ramza constantly using Tailwind and Shout is insanely strong. I'd argue these options are better in most cases and would save you time. Also, if you plan to live stream or do a let's play video, it's probably better to progress through the story unless you can really entertain and keep up with your chat somehow. Another thing with the Dark Knight is that all of their stats besides PA are actually quite bad too, with poor mobility and 0% class evasion on top of this. Monks and ninjas are much faster to unlock, and their stats are overall better in my opinion, and also offer much better reaction and support abilities, as the Dark Knight has 0 reaction abilities, and their support abilities are questionably pretty good at best, with Vehemence being far superior to HP boost. Their unique Fell Swords are also just inferior Knight Swords that are two-handed, and have Dark as their element, which requires you having a lower Fate stat to power this weapon up. This isn't bad, but because of their 0% job class evasion, I highly recommend just using Knight Swords, as they offer much better perks, and using shields as an option. Now I'll present the argument on why the Dark Knight is worth it. If you dedicate and put in the time, they can easily help you win in the most difficult of story battles, and it's fun just overwhelming enemies. Female Dark Knights can also learn Move Plus 3, which was previously exclusive only to the males in the original Final Fantasy Tactics because they had Bard. Move Plus 3 is by far one of the best movement abilities in the game, so for the ladies to have it, it's worthwhile, especially in tougher rendezvous fights. The Dark Knight's Darkness is arguably the strongest primary job or secondary ability for anyone that can equip a sword or Knight Sword, with Sanguine Sword and Crushing Blow being the best of their abilities. Just having an ability that is ranged, can heal you, while having 100% accuracy on top of doing insane damage makes it one of the most overpowered abilities in the game. And for the most important reason why the Dark Knight is worth it is that they just look so cool and fashionable. You can never downplay or disregard looks. On a more serious note though, FFT is a single player video game which is meant to be for fun, and it's ultimately up to you on how you want to play and tackle the game. While there are some people who aren't a fan of the War of the Lions remaster, I myself love it so much. For the rendezvous and added side quests, and glad we have unlocking Dark Knight as an option. That's all for this video. Let me know if you think the Dark Knight is worth it or not in the comments, and I'll see you next time with more videos. Take care.